Assalamualaikum students. Today is your English lecture and today we will discuss grammatical concept of lesson number 11, which is transitive and intransitive verb. So first we will look at the definitions and then we will see the clear difference between the both terms. So first of all I will tell you about transitive verbs. What are transitive verbs? As you can see that here I have written verbs. Verb means any action which you perform and transitive means passing over. So action passes over from subject to some object. यहाँ बात की गई है subject की and object की, and any action which passes from subject to some object is called transitive verb. So here we require an object. For example, I'll explain to you. Here I have written a sentence. The boy writes a letter. Here, the boy is my subject. Writes, which is action or verb, which is the boy is performing some action, which is writes a letter. It's an object. So here I have explained to you that any action passes over from subject to object is called transitive verbs. जैसे देखिए boy लड़का जो है वो हमारा सब्जेक्ट है, वो क्या काम कर रहा है, वो लिख रहा है, ठीक है। ये एक्शन जो है ये पास ओवर होगा ऑब्जेक्ट को सब्जेक्ट से ऑब्जेक्ट की तरफ, ठीक है। Similarly, let us see second sentence. The driver stopped the train. First of all, I will tell you that the driver is my subject and stop is some action which is my verb and the train is object. So here the driver stopped the train. The action has passed over to the object. So in transitive verbs there is we require some object which is necessary. ठीक है, और ये जो एग्जांपल्स भी मैंने आपके सामने एक्सप्लेन की, अब हम मूव करते हैं इंट्रांजिटिव वर्ब्स की तरफ. An action which does not pass over to an object. ठीक है, ऐसा एक्शन ऐसे वर्ब जो अपने जो है उसको एक्शन को ऑब्जेक्ट की तरफ पास ओवर नहीं करेगा उसको हम इंट्रांजिटिव वर्ब कहते हैं. देखिए आपको वर्ड से ही आइडिया हो जाना चाहिए. इंट्रांजिटिव इट मींस व्हिच विल नॉट पास ओवर एनी एक्शन फ्रॉम सब्जेक्ट टू ऑब्जेक्ट, और इसमें हमारे पास ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं होता, ठीक है. We do not require object. अब एग्जांपल देख लेते हैं for clear understanding. The bell rang loudly. The bell is here subject. Rang is my verb. So you can see that there is no object. So it is my intransitive verb. Next sentence is the train stopped suddenly. So here the train is my subject. Stop is verb. And there is no object, so it is in the category of intransitive verb.
So now we will start part A. Name the verbs in the following sentences and say in each case whether the verb is transitive or intransitive. If the verb is transitive, name the object. So here in these 8 sentences, what we have to do is we will tell them which sentence is transitive verb and which is intransitive verb, and if we find any sentence transitive sentence, we will also highlight and name the object. So let's start with the first sentence. The girl cut her finger with a knife. Students, you can see that I have highlighted that which is my subject, which is my verb and which is my object. So here the girl is my subject and what the action she is performing, cut, ठीक है, and the object is her finger. So this is transitive verb. I have written beside this sentence. Number second is the clock stopped this morning. So here the clock is my subject, stopped is verb, and there is no object mentioned. So I will put this sentence in the category of intransitive sentence. Number 3, tell the truth. It is transitive verb. Why it is transitive verb? Because tell, which is our verb, is passing over the action towards object, which is the truth. Number 4. So sentence number 4 is put your books put away your book. So here this is intransitive verb because your books is my subject. This number 5 sentence is the sun, which is my subject, rises, verb in the east. It is intransitive verb because there is no object. Number 6, one time changes all things, and this is also intransitive sentence. Number 7, the dog ran after me. It is intransitive verb. Me is here indirect object. ठीक है, डायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं है, दैट्स वाई वी आर पुटिंग दिस इन द कैटेगरी ऑफ इंट्रांजिटिव वर्ब. नंबर 8, birds fly in the air. So here there is no subject, there is no object, so it is in the category of intransitive verb. So students, next we will move towards prepositions and prepositional phrases. What are prepositions and what are prepositional phrases? So here is written, read the following sentences. Number 1, the rooster sat on a branch of a tall tree. So here you can see in these two sentences that few prepositions are in bold letters. So on and off, this is called preposition. Preposition tells us about the position of anything. Now let us move towards the sentence number 2. He seemed very excited by what he saw. So here by is also preposition. Next आगे चलते हैं. The words on, of and by used in these two sentences are prepositions which show the relation of some nouns or a pronoun to some other words in the sentences. So what is the function of the preposition? Preposition tells us about the position and also show the relation of some noun or pronoun to some other words. कि noun और pronouns का उनके साथ क्या relation है उसको भी explain करता है. So all the things which we used like by, of, on, in, at, these are called prepositions. Now we will see what are prepositional phrases. So students, you can see that I have written in blue pen here are the definition of prepositional phrase. What is prepositional phrase? Prepositional phrase is a group of words consisting of a preposition. ठीक है, group of words होते हैं जो preposition पे consist करते हैं. अब देखते हैं इसको in detail. Now read the following sentences. She is ill. Number 2, she still walks. Number 3, in spite of her illness, she walks. Number 4, he made a promise. Number 5, he kept it also. Number 6, besides making a promise, he kept it. In sentence 3, you can see the group of words in spite of are group of words used with the force of a single preposition. Such phrases are called prepositional phrases. ठीक है, आप some prepositional phrases भी उन्होंने आपको दे दी हैं. According to, along with, away from, because of, by means of, in favor of, in order to, in place of, instead of, on account of, with a view to, with regard to. So students, whenever you see that there are some group of words used with a single preposition, we will call them prepositional phrases. Now let us move towards part number B, which is encircle the prepositions and underline the prepositional phrase in the following sentences. So what we have to do is, first we will encircle only prepositions and then we will underline the prepositional phrases. I will discuss it one by one. Number 1 is instead of talking, prove your worth by doing something. So here instead of, I have underlined the word instead of, which is my prepositional phrase, and of is my preposition. So I have encircled the preposition of and I have underlined the group of words which is prepositional phrase. Number 2 is she sat by the fire and told me a tale. Here I have encircled by, which is my preposition. Number 3 is owing to his illness he retired from business. Owing to, I have underlined this word owing to, which is my prepositional phrase. and 2 I have encircled 2, which is my preposition. Number 4th one is he is fond of chocolates. So here of is my preposition, that's why I have encircled it. Number 5, there is a big tree in front of her house. So in front of, this is prepositional phrase, that's why I have underlined it, and of is my preposition. Number 6 one is Rahim didn't attend the school because of his father's illness. Here of is my preposition and because of is prepositional phrase. Number 7th one is the soldiers passed by. Here passed by is what? No, only by is preposition. Passed by is not prepositional phrase. Only by is preposition. So I will only encircle by, not I will underline. ठीक है, इसकी correction कर लीजिएगा kindly. Number 8 one is in case of. Here in case of is my prepositional phrase and only of, which I have encircled, is my preposition. In case of need, phone 042372433055. So I hope that you have learned this concept of preposition and prepositional phrases. Now we will move towards transitional devices. Okay students, now we will do transitional devices. What are transitional devices? Let me tell you, the second name of transitional devices is using connecting words. When we use some words to connect our thought, ideas, and whenever we use some connecting words in our sentences, paragraphs, we use transitional devices. Let us move towards the definition and then I will explain to you. Transitional devices are words and phrases that help to connect thoughts. These devices can be used to guide the reader through ideas, build an argument, draw conclusions, and compare or contrast animals. These are the functions of transitional devices. Why we use transitional devices? If I ask from you, you will explain to me that we use transitional devices to guide the reader through ideas, build an argument. Whenever we make conclusions, we use these transitional devices. Whenever we compare or contrast some elements, we use transitional devices. So transitional devices are used to link sentences and paragraphs together. When you have to write a paragraph, then we use these transitional devices. So now we will look at the transitional devices one by one. First one is addition. In addition, there comes and, also, in addition to. We mostly use this in our sentences, paragraphs. Now move towards contrast, which is but, however, on the other hand. Now comparison, similarly, in the same way, compared to. Illustration की बात आती है. For example, for instance, to illustrate, when we are going to give you some examples, then we use these illustrations. Next is sequence, which is first, second, afterwards, then as you can see that whenever we make some paragraph and we do argument on something, we said first we will explain this, next we will move towards this. So we use sequence transitional devices. So second is affect, because, therefore, as a result. These are affect transitional devices. Conclusion is, in other words, on the whole, on sum up. So we will do D. We will not do number C part, we will do D part. Combine the pair of sentences below in one sentence. Use appropriate transitional device. What we have to do is, there are few transitional devices written. So we have to make them one sentence by putting these appropriate transitional devices. Number sentence is he tried hard, and the next one is he did not succeed. So what we have to do is, we will put one transitional device, appropriate transitional device, and we will make them one sentence. So number one will make he tried hard but he did not succeed. Number second is tell me the news. Here you will drop the full stop, and you will use appropriate transitional device, which is that. So the sentence will be, tell me the news that you have read. Number 3 is, I returned home because I was tired. Number 4, listen carefully and take notes. You know that after putting transitional devices, we will not use we will not use capital first word. For example, here take, we will use small t. Okay. Number 5th one is, your arguments were weighty and they do not convince me. Number 6th one is, we must eat to live, but we should not eat to live. Number 7 one is, govern your passion or they will govern you. So here students, we have done today our exercise of lesson number 11. I hope that all of you have understood all the concepts, but still if you face any problem, you can tell me about these and I will help you out. Okay, thank you. Allah Hafiz.